on the backhand side.
Game,
and Fangbo kept playing and started playing drop shots, so Xu Xin snaked him to win the match with an untouchable ball. And the behind-the-back attempt, the show has already begun. Fan Zhendong explodes with power to take the first point. When I talked to Fan Zhendong last Sunday night in Germany, he was very determined to win this tournament. He said, "Adam, tell the world that I'm going to win this tournament." And then he said, if I don't, tell them I was tired. Heavy spin from Xu Xin. This is one thing about Xu Xin's game, between side spin, top spin, and everything else, that he varies it up so much, the flexibility of that wrist. Oh, nice shot, blind out to the forehand. The wide forehand from Xu Xin is going to be trouble. It's going to be trouble for Xu Xin to cover because he's so comfortable turning the backhand corner. He really depends on his forehand to cover too much of the table. Touch shots come in. It's only game one, but no matter how many games there are in this match, I have a funny feeling it's going to be spectacular. Spin shot to the short side from under the table. Touch shots continue. Look at the angle on this one. Fan Zhendong's racket head comes straight up over the handle for that ball. Oh, the counter with the backhand. If Xu Xin can take that shot confidently and make it even 75% of the time, he's going to be dangerous. I know I say 75% like it's a low amount, but for most shots in table tennis at this level, it is. Players taking loops that they make 90% of the time, 95% of the time, depending on the pressure coming in, of course. First towel break of the game, Fan Zhendong leading. Two in a row from Xu Xin with the backhand. Surprising Fan Zhendong. Fan Zhendong cleaning off that top sheet of rubber, keeping it tacky, making sure no dust is settled, the ball will grip.
Let 3-4.
That's such a difficult ball to take. Fan Zhendong, I don't think, was happy with that decision. He tries to play it down the line. It looks like he was trying to do something even bolder. Says, I changed my mind. Next time I want to play that inside out down the line. My goodness, if that comes down on the table, I'll have no voice, guaranteed.
4-5.
Quite a shift here in momentum. 3 in a row for Xu Xin. Oh, nice surprise from the middle of the table, relatively deep. Fan Zhendong goes for an unreachable shot deep to the backhand. It's tough not to look at the quads.
Let 5-6.
Fan Zhendong tends to have that effect on people. Again, he's got power in the quads.
7-5.
So percentage-wise, the two big loops, if I remember correctly, Xu Xin's about 50-50 right now. He's made a few backhands, but when he takes the big spinny backhand, still you can understand why he has questionable confidence with that shot. Fan Zhendong back in the lead, by 2 that is. Ooh. Top of the net, the edge. Get another chance here. Fast push deep into Shushin's backhand corner. Now, if you can play out to Shushin's wide forehand from time to time, deep into the backhand corner, surprise him after some short shots, it's going to be tough for him to commit to running around. And again, his forehand flip is strongest when it's short on the forehand side. Excuse me, short on the backhand side, and he steps around to take the forehand. A little bit softer flip, more control though, and it pays off. Right down the middle of the table, 4 game points for Zhendong. Soft shot left out in front of Shushin. 11-6, Zhendong in control in game 1, and we'll see what happens in game 2 if Shushin can change things up or not. Game 2 of the men's singles final coming up right after this.
Zhendong är alltså endast 20 år gammal. Han slog igenom år 2012 i Hyderabad i Indien i junior-VM då han gick in helt okänd och fullständigt demolerade allt motstånd och vann junior-VM 2 år yngre än vad kravet är. Sedan dess har vi sett honom i otaliga tävlingar. Han har bara blivit bättre och bättre och huserar för tillfället på en andra plats på världsrankingen bakom världsettan Ma Long.
Second game, Shushin to serve.
Back for game number 2, the trophies that will be held by the winners of men's and singles champions here.
Love all.
So Zhendong leading 1-0. Once again, Zhendong left with that frustrating shot, low and very spinny from under the table by Shushin. Clever idea, the cracking power just too wide. Nice softer block left out in front, Shushin. I love that that was the first motion he did. It's not keep your weight forward. It's take a crazy winding arm shot. See his reaction one more time. Misses that backhand loop. All right, you saw it the first time. Right into the body, aggressive counter attempt, and it's tied up. Zhendong right back in. Again, both players taking their serves and converting them to points. Magic. Let service. Oh.
Let.
There we go.
2-all.
Good call by the umpire. Quick correction. Agreeing with the players.
3-2.
Oh, attempted recovery.
4.
It's been a while since we've seen Zhendong pull a Zhendong. Since then, it's become a Timo Boll to recover a net ball for a miracle roller. But that ball wouldn't have come off the table. Zhendong recognized that, had to quickly get it from over. Good placement from Shushin, barely coming off the back edge. Zhendong just trying to spin it up softly over the net. I worry sometimes. He's 20 years old, but that left ankle when he made that move looked so uncomfortable. I don't know if we'll be able to see it from this angle. Just so much weight on that left leg to turn. Still make that loop. Again, Xu Xin, when it's a little bit more to the backhand side of the table, he's more comfortable killing it, getting power. But when it's over the table, he doesn't have the leverage with the arm that he wants. He's fighting gravity a bit more. Service error.
All.
Again, Xu Xin has had the most service errors I've seen in one single match in my life. I believe 6 times in the same match. Might have been against Fan Zhendong.
Let 5-all.
Feels like something that happened about midway through 2016, maybe around the Japan-China Opens.
5-6.
That's one way to handle a serve over the table. Aggressive shot from Xu Xin, very confident attack. Bit of side spin on that, makes the ball curve, and Xu Xin misses the control. Subtle side spin there from Fan Zhendong. Didn't look like he had put that much on it. Watch one more time. Here's the straight one. And he plays it with the tacky rubber on the forehand. That's pretty unusual. I think Xu Xin's saying the ball should curve back on its way down. Why didn't it come back? There was some conversation about the newer ball, less spin, more speed. Higher bounce, less rotation. That's tough for a game that Xu Xin plays.
7-6.
Good surprise on the serve, long to the backhand.
Let 7-6.
Oh, turns his back to the table, the 360. Even Fan Zhendong can't keep it on the table here. That is the power of Xu Xin when he's all in. Look at this one more time. Steps around. Fan Zhendong would love to leave a presence sitting on the middle of the table on the other side. Soft spinny ball doesn't come over. 1-point game. Fan Zhendong making his way back in. We saw Xu Xin come back from down 1-3 against Tomokazu Harimoto, but Fan Zhendong, different story. Oh, one inside out forehand. The second one doesn't come down. 2, he says. Give me 2. Long push to start. There's one. Just misses the roller. The chop block from the reverse bend hold backhand of Xu Xin comes wide enough. We've seen a roller from Fan Zhendong against Koki Niwa's left-handed chop block. I love that he goes for it, a slow spinny one, but it just doesn't break the surface. And Xu Xin takes it 11-7, tied up now, 1 game apiece. We are in this for the long run. Nobody's going anywhere until this is over, and we've got a ways to go. Game number 3 coming up right after this.
Som inte är riktigt lika beströdd med titlar på singelsidan som de övriga toppspelarna på rankingen från Kina. Han är däremot en mycket tillförlitlig dubbelpartner, har ett antal guld såväl i lagsammanhang som i dubbel, VM och i asiatiska mästerskap. Frågan är, ska han nu även knipa en socktitel? I hans väg står ju världstvåan Fan Zhendong, så det är ingen lätt uppgift den gode Xu Xin ställs inför.
Zhendong to serve. Love all.
Back for game number 3. Xu Xin has come right back to make this a match. A little bit behind the ball. That backhand doesn't get over the net. Fan Zhendong, a little bit of luck there off the top of the net earlier in the rally. The kick on that ball, when it's below the table, Xu Xin can wiggle, he can do what he wants, and you can't see it. That's what happened yesterday against Fang Bo, match point. That service.
1-all.
Fast long serve and full commitment again. Xu Xin right now. You know, Fan Zhendong, when he's on, just seems unstoppable. And in 2016, Xu Xin beat Ma Long twice. I think the world sort of forgot that this guy, Xu Xin, the Cloudwalker, used to be #1 in the world. He spent a good year or so there. Some people have sort of counted him out as a possibility to beat the 2 best players in the world, Fan Zhendong and Ma Long. It's been a while since it's happened. Xu Xin has the most charming, disappointed face I think I've ever seen. Just a, oh man, wanted that. This is dangerous when they get into the touch shots and the pushes come long and Xu Xin can step around and take that forehand. Fan Zhendong's not winning a high percentage of those points right now. Again, Fan Zhendong has to create something early in the point, whether it's deep to the backhand and then wide to the forehand. The footwork master is outdone here. Fan Zhendong plays it deep out to the forehand side, brings on the loop. It's a flood of loop here from the forehand. One block, then inside out, swipes across the ball to make it bend. This is what it looks like on Xu Xin's side. Heavy side spin, tested, and then the back edge of the table keeps it low. Had a chance to see from that angle. This is what it's about. When the serve sits up a little bit, Fan Zhendong is very strong over the table. That service again.
3-4.
These are the percentages. Also, you have to remember, when Xu Xin introduces the side spin in the rally, Fan Zhendong's shots are going to have some remnants, some residual side spin left on it from earlier. A little bit of bounce, a little bit of kick, and suddenly the sweet spot is missed. Xu Xin's going to have a little bit tougher time with that backhand. That forehand right at the back edge of the table, nearly impossible to deal with. The reaction time that Fan Zhendong has, but it's just incredible. But the amount of time he has to handle that ball. Slow motion, it looks like a blur still. Oh, too far out of reach. You know, it's tough to say. From time to time, we see Xu Xin. And at breakfast this morning, again, with some of the Chinese team was saying Xu Xin looked a little bit slower. But part of this is that ball's a little bit inside the baseline. Fan Zhendong plays a risky wide shot. See where the bounce is. That one, it looked much closer to the baseline. Well, good shot for Zhendong.
5-6.
Heavy under on the pendulum. Half long at the back of the table in the middle.
Please play.
This is again what worked for Koki Niwa. There's that charming, disappointed face. Wry smile and laugh. I was going to say Koki Niwa played wide out to the forehand early in the point against Xu Xin on many occasions. And it worked out well for him. Waiting for the cracking backhand from Zhendong. He played too soft in this rally with the backhand. It's all relative, but a little bit more punch, a little bit less wrist, and it's Xu Xin who takes advantage of the opportunity. Oh, that backhand again, parallel this time. Xu Xin, where have you been hiding these weapons? Is this happening internally, developing the backhand in China and just waiting for the moment to bring it out for the world to see on the international stage? This is the one ingredient that could bring Xu Xin back to world #1. It'll take some time because we haven't seen him as much on the world tour, but you never know. And the counter forehand, too. He is so tuned into the rotation on the ball. Serious trouble for Zhendong. One Swedish fan cheering for Xu Xin. A few others getting behind. The passion of the Chinese fans, the pick-your-player mentality. You can hear in the crowd from time to time. Again, a murderous forehand right down the line. The receive game, Zhendong is really going to have to be more positive on the receive. Easier said than done, looking for something with the forehand. He could try to come in with the backhand. This is his best strategy, typically speaking. Xu Xin, how many times do we see him touch the ground and spin around? Gumby out there, so agile. Soft touch. Zhendong leaving the table as an obstacle. And Zhendong right back in, recovers a few in a row, and here we are, third towel break of the game, dead even. Closest game we've had yet. Long and deep into the backhand. This is the lefty-righty combo, can go either way with Xu Xin's feet on the other side. It's dangerous to attempt this. With Zhendong's backhand, it typically is as well, but he's definitely not playing the loosest game right now. The pressure of Xu Xin has slowed him down, and now it's game point to Xu Xin. Two in a row, long into the backhand, gets in the game. Xu Xin, 11-9, comes back after losing game 1, 11-6, and now takes the lead 2-1. We'll be back for game number 4 of the men's singles final right after this.
Leder denna final 2-1 i set.
For game number 4, Cloudwalker leading 2-1 over Xiaopeng. Let's service once again.
Love all.
After being beaten last week by Lee Sang-soo 4-0, this is quite a redemption, I would say, for Xu Xin to be playing the way he is right now.
One love.
Again, we don't see players able to shut down Fan Zhendong's game this well. Against Zhou Yu yesterday, some trouble for Fan Zhendong. Long to the backhand again, completely fooling Fan Zhendong. I don't know if that caught the edge of the racket from Xu Xin or what, but Fan Zhendong didn't even appear to be ready for it to hit the table. Thought it was coming off. That extra grunt for that opening spin backhand. Again, neither player with a coach in the corner. Question is, can Xu Xin keep up this level of play throughout the match? What happens if Fan Zhendong finds his over-the-table game and his big backhands? There's one. Xu Xin turning early, and Fan Zhendong opens up, arches the back. That's the one where he gets low, gets the quads working. Serve comes too long, Fan Zhendong right there to clean up. To cover the middle of the table, cover that crossover point with the racket head up, keep it in play. Fan Zhendong made the tough shot in that rally. Goes big on this backhand, has just had a little bit of trouble percentage-wise. Very bottom of the net there on the counter. Fan Zhendong fan club speaking up in the crowd. Excellent shot, wide as can be. Xu Xin's so confident in that blocking game on the backhand side. Just waits for it, lets Fan Zhendong rip it into the racket, absorbs the power, and then turns for the next shot.
Let 5-3. Let 5-3.
When you've got Xu Xin going behind the back like that to cover, that means he's out of position. Fan Zhendong has found a good space on the table, but again, short side. Difficult to bring that ball down under pressure. Xu Xin is controlling the table quite well. It's rare that he's out of position right now. He seems not to be committing too much too early, but waiting in the rally till he can get that confident hooking forehand in. And when they get into the forehand looping rallies, Xu Xin is winning a lot more right now. Once again, Xu Xin, the whirlwind of a forehand. That long stroke combined with the side spin. One, and here's the second. That's the finisher. second towel break of the game, and it's tough not to imagine what it would be like if Xu Xin found himself at the top of the world once again. If he was beating all the players on the Chinese national team. Still relatively early in the match. But Xu Xin, I guess I'd say about midway through, it's game 4. Xu Xin could go up 3-1 and is looking well on his way to do it. Let service, says Fan Zhendong.
Let.
Xu Xin was like, okay,
9-3.
if you say so. Good sportsmanship by the showman. I think he just wanted to check to see if anyone else saw the same thing.
Let.
No questions about that one.
9-3.
Almost
9.
a few steps around the table to get to it. The fact that he goes for it and gets there. Xu Xin. Do this one more time. Net. Whew. So close. Love to make the highlights with a shot like that.
4-10.
Fan Zhendong really has not found his game. Xu Xin has not allowed him to get back in here. Xu Xin hasn't been comfortable with the opening attacks. It's 6 game points to Xu Xin. That's a tough one to answer twice. Forehand flip, backhand cross court, right off the bounce. Little help from the top of the net there, but still, no time. Where does that power come from on the backhand? And on the forehand side as well. A few game points saved here. So 2 in a row for Fan Zhendong. Still a long ways to go. Usually it's Xu Xin recovering from down 4-10. Although Junmi Zutani got him from 7-10 down, match points. There it is, the serve, tough to handle, 11-6. And Xu Xin is up 3 games to 1 over Fan Zhendong. We'll see if Fan Zhendong can turn it on in game number 5, or if Xu Xin will be the champion. Stick around to watch and find out.
Zhendong to serve. Love all.
So game number 5, Fan Zhendong has his work cut out for him. What can he do to shut down the touch and the opening attacks of Xu Xin?
Love 1.
He feels broken right now. It's rare to say this. It's just very rare to see Fan Zhendong missing so many shots. Not easy balls.
1 all.
And a bit of a break there. It'll help off the top of the net, that forehand flip once again. Fan Zhendong pulled it out a few times late in the last game. Heavy underspin short to the forehand side, and Xu Xin up in the lead again. Haven't seen much change yet in Fan Zhendong. So much power on that last one. The chop block comes down a little bit shallow. When you're that far behind the table, there's got to be another name for it, but either way, the rotation is the same. Chop block. Fan Zhendong with full power from the forehand. Wide angle on the step around. Suddenly, Shushin seems a little bit faster when you combine his touch and how many points he's won to different places on the table, running around the backhand corner. So uncomfortable for Zhendong right now. First towel break, and Zhendong's taking a timeout. Interesting. The reverse pendulum serve that we see from Zhendong, I just don't remember seeing so much. If it's happening, it's just not making an impression on me. The Shushin fan club there, quite young in the front row, protecting her sign. For Zhendong, I mean, he's struggling. We saw Timo Boll pull out some backhand serves against Dmitry Ovtcharov in Game 6 to pull out the game at the German Open final last week. This is something that takes, I'd say, confidence in a way where it's almost a lack of pride, some courage to just say, I will step into the unknown because everything that I know right now is not working. I just need to mix it up. Granted, Zhendong's winning a few points here and there, but it's not enough at this ratio and at this rate. If he continues, if he doesn't change something, Shushin will win the match in this game.
4-2.
It's not the first time we've seen Zhendong go for a signature shot and be overwhelmed by the spin. He is looking down at his equipment, trying to figure it out. Again, he is trying out some new equipment. He said testing to see how it works out. I think 2 weeks in a row. Soft block goes long as well. Shushin races ahead. Now, it could be an adjustment to the new ball. It's been some time, but then again, these are players we haven't seen on the World Tour in some time since the China Open. Even that one?
7.
Poor Zhendong. What a counter! Shushin on fire. I mean, his versatility right now, the touch game, his opening backhand, his percentages have been better than usual on the backhand. But that's deep on the table, side and top spin, not much to do against it.
9-2.
9-2. I'm waiting to see that reverse penhold forehand from Shushin. I think if he gets 10-2, maybe. Down the middle of the table, 8-game match and championship points for Shushin to be back on top. You have to imagine there will be an exhibition point. Shushin will volunteer one, but it's going to be up to Zhendong here. Can't even get into the exhibition point. A tough day for Zhendong, but what a day for Shushin. Absolutely cruises through, loses the fourth, wins the next 4 games with only one being the 2-point win. 7-9, 6, and 2. Wow, the Cloud Walker up in the sky where he belongs. He will be on top of the podium, and he takes the title of the Swedish Open. What a day for Shushin, and what a day for you to get to witness it. Shushin back in action. Adjustments have been made. Enjoy the highlights and stick around for the awards ceremony. We'll get to see your favorite players on top of the podium in just a few minutes. You're watching the 2017 Seamaster World Tour Swedish Open.
Stanna gärna kvar under den så att våra pristagare får ett rejält välkomnande upp på podiet. För er som tvunget måste gå, stort tack för att ni har kommit hit och hjälpt att förgylla Swedish Open 2017. Det har varit en fantastisk tävling och ni är en klart bidragande faktor till att det har blivit så bra som det faktiskt har. Stort tack! Och på återseende kanske redan i Halmstad 2018. Lag-VM spelas då mellan 29 april och 6 maj. Biljetterna släpptes tidigare i veckan och de tar slut snabbt kan jag lova. Så passa på. Vi syns då. Om inte det, ha det gott. Tack en gång för ett stöd.